Knicks Nation, today is Tuesday, the 26th day of March 2024. I hope you and your family are safe and healthy today, and that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health is being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, who work along with first responders to every day save lives. Blessings upon those that pick up garbage to keep our places clean, and those that make deliveries for our convenience, the humble work. Double blessings on the heroic people that are out here trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover teenagers and children that are the unfortunate victims of child molestation and pedophilia. People who are also victims of pornography and child pornography, prostitution, child prostitution, human trafficking, and sex slavery. Double curses on the perpetrators of these things. Double curses on those who actually profit from these things. And double curses on all the perverts that create the industries because of the demand for these things. Finally, blessings upon the homeless. There are nearly 600,000 men, women, and children homeless in the United States of America, and millions around the world in similar or worse conditions. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. There was a basketball game last night. The New York Knicks absolutely dismantled and destroyed shorthanded Detroit Pistons team, 124-99, and it wasn't even that close. The thing is about the game is the Knicks went 7 deep in a game that was pretty much over by halftime. The thing is that there was an interesting Tibbism. See, I call it a Tibbism because Tibbs has certain coded phrases that have meaning that many people don't pick up. For example, a lot of us understand when Tibbs tells you, when he first came into the Knicks and he said a guy was situational, we thought that meant he would probably play, just not that much. Now we understand when he says a guy is situational, he's not playing. Okay? He's not playing unless it's an absolute emergency. That's situational. Well, last night, with Alec Burks out because of a sore shoulder, he played Bogdan Bogdanovic 18 minutes last night. And Bogdan Bogdanovic went 2 of 7 from 3 last night. He had one assist, no rebounds. He was -3 in a blowout. He was -3. Okay? So Tibbs, after 18 minutes, didn't play him anymore. And it was asked, what happened with Bogdan Bogdanovic? And Tibbs said he was soreness. Soreness. What that tells me is that that's going to be the next excuse when Bogdan Bogdanovic becomes situational. And that also tells me we're expecting the arrival of one of our 3 guys, more than likely Mitchell Robinson, very shortly, who's going to be in the rotation with Precious Achiuwa, and they're going to go with Alec Burks, because Burks has been playing better than Bogdanovic by a mile, especially on defense. And so you're going to have an 8-man rotation, and that's going to be your 8 men. You're going to have Hartenstein, Brunson, McBride, Hart, and Divincenzo. You're going to have Mitchell Robinson, Precious Achiuwa, and Alec Burks. That's pretty good. It's not our best, but that's pretty good. That's coming out of that trade. That's pretty good. And again, people keep trying to create cliques by criticizing the trade. When the Knicks end up going to the Eastern Conference Finals, I don't want to hear anything about the trade. Because what the clickbait people are trying to get to you didn't get to the summer and say, oh, they got all this money, they got to go get a big star. We don't need any big star. We got it. Brunson. The thing is, I think Donte said it best after the last game. They asked him about Deuce, because I think it was the last game or the game before where Deuce had 26. And they asked him about Deuce, and he said, and Donte said, when you play the game, among other things, he said, when you play the game the right way, any number of guys can have a big night. And these Knicks are playing like a combination of the championship Knicks from the 70s, where the ball is being shared. And guys that can score more or score less, it depends on the night the ball is moving and hitting the open man and hitting the hot man. And the 90s Knicks in terms of its ferocious defense. For all of those people that were complaining over the last couple of years, this game has changed and Tibbs has not caught up with the game. Remember them? Maybe some of y'all are one of them. The game has changed and Tibbs has not caught up with the change of the game. He's outdated. Here are the Knicks, a half a game from the 3rd seed in the East. Tibbs' 4th season. and 3 playoff appearances. And this would be the highest seed that they would have gotten. Okay? Right now in the East, as I told y'all earlier, it's going to be a dogfight to the end. Right now, the Knicks are a half game behind Cleveland. Now, Cleveland plays again. They just beat Charlotte last night. They're going to play Charlotte again tomorrow, and they're going to probably beat them again. But then after that, Cleveland has to deal with some playoff teams. Denver, Clippers. I think they play Philly. They got to play with some playoff teams, and they're going to have to keep winning. I don't know when Donovan Mitchell's coming back, but they're in a similar position to the Knicks. They need him back as soon as possible. So the Knicks could very well take over the 3rd seed in the East. Okay? Orlando lost Saturday night. So now they're a full game behind the Knicks. Every game now is important for all 3 teams. Okay? There's only a game separating the Knicks and Orlando, and there's a half game separating the Knicks from Cleveland. There's only about 2 games separating the Knicks from Milwaukee. Okay? So it's a tight race. It's going to be tight, but the Knicks can very well end up with the 3rd seed. They could very well end up with the 3rd seed. There's 3 games separating Milwaukee from the Knicks, who's the 2nd seed. So it's going to be tight all the way through. I don't think Milwaukee's going to miss because now they got a healthy Giannis back. They actually got Chris Middleton back for I don't know how long, depending on before he gets hurt again. He's in that Anthony Ambulance school, and they need Middleton. So I don't know. It looks like they'll hang on to keep the 2nd seed because Giannis is not going to let them lose. He's that type of superstar. But the Knicks could definitely take Cleveland for the 3rd seed, and here we are. And so at this point, the defense again, people focus too much on offense. Scoring, yes. Nice to score. Nice to be able to shoot like Donte set the record last night with 11 threes. But the Knicks are in this position because of ferocious defense. And again, taking that defense up to another notch when they got OG. Okay? And now you get Mitchell Robinson back. And you're going to get OG back. I believe they're saving OG and saving Drew. I think they got to come back for at least a couple of games next week to get acclimated a little bit, get back in the flow. But they're going to be rough. The Knicks are going to be rough when it comes to the playoffs. And now you're going to have Deuce McBride is going to be in the rotation permanently now because of that defense. And now he has shown he can shoot the ball as well. So when we get the full contingent back, and you're going to have Precious, Mitch Rob, Jay Hart, and Deuce, this is going to be, you guys don't understand. Some of y'all don't know because you're too young, but this is historic Knicks team right here that you got. This is an historic New York Knicks team. This team right here, when years go by, you're going to be looking at them the way you look at Clyde Frazier and Earl Monroe and all of them, the way you go back and look at Marcus Camby and Larry Johnson and Spree, you're going to be looking at this team. Because this team is special. It's a very special team you got right now. You got a special coach. You got a special team. You got a special front office. Now, in this life, in this NBA life, this stuff don't come around all the time, and it don't last all the time. See, as long as we got Leon Rose, and we got his crew there, okay, all of the guys that are in his front office with him, Walt Perrin, the capologist, Brock Aller, as long as they have them, they're going to be good. They got long-term sustainable winning for as long as those guys are there. But all it takes is one argument with somebody like Dolan or something, and then everything breaks up, and that's the end of it. Enjoy this while you have it. You're set up now to win. For the next, I say at least 3 seasons, the Knicks are set up to be contenders now every year. We have actually made it to long-term sustainable winning. They're set up to be contenders for the next 3 years. Okay? Now, Brunson can sign an extension for $156 million this summer, but that does not affect next year's salary. That's an extension above next year's salary. Okay? So this year and next year, we're in good shape, very good shape. The salary cap is rising, so by the time an extension such as 100, which I don't see him turning down 156 million, so with that extension kicks in, everything will have gone up. Deuce is locked in. Divencenzo is locked in. Hart is locked in. Mitchell Robinson's locked in. They're getting ready to lock in OG Anunoby. So, and all of those cats are in their 20s. So we are here where we've been wanting to get. Okay, there is no reason for people that actually understand basketball to be complaining about the New York Knicks. Not at all. But though I know after every loss it's the end of the world for some of y'all. It's not. They're in good shape. So now, right now, a half game behind Cleveland. It'll probably remain so. The next game the Knicks have, I think it's against San Antonio. Now, we can't sleep on San Antonio. San Antonio just beat, they just beat somebody. They beat somebody good last time they just played. I forgot. They beat, who did they beat? Let me see here. They beat somebody good, San Antonio. So, no, we played Toronto Wednesday. Now, Toronto has been decimated. Not just with injuries, but unfortunately the family problem with regard to death hitting the families of R.J. Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly. I don't know when they'll be back, if at all. It's a tough season for Toronto this year. Tough season. So I don't know what's going to happen. They just beat the Suns. San Antonio just beat the Suns last night, 104-102. Legitimately beat the Suns, who played with Durant, with Beal, with Booker, and they lost to the San Antonio Spurs. And San Antonio Spurs did not have Victor Wembanyama. But Jeremy Sohan, who we knew was good coming out of the draft, right? Coming out of Baylor, 26 points, 18 boards. Devin Vassell, who we knew was good coming out of the draft out of Florida State, 26 points. So they are not, even though they only won, 15 games, 16 games maybe? I don't know how much they won, but can't sleep on them. Can't sleep on them. So the Knicks got Toronto Wednesday. That's not a given win, and like I said, this is the league. Look, like I said, San Antonio just beat the Suns last night. So anything could happen. But the Knicks are in a good position to take care of business. They should, they got an edge on Toronto. But then again, like I said, Cleveland playing against Charlotte. So they're going to beat Charlotte. So that's tomorrow night. So it's on right now. So last night, Divencenzo goes for 11-3, sets the Knicks record with Frenchie right there. Okay, of course, the whole game, it was a dominant Knicks performance from the beginning. It was dominant. Like I said, the game was really over at halftime. I was hoping nobody got hurt, and that, and then again, I was like, who is he going to empty the bench? Well, he played Sims 7 minutes. He played Shake Milton 5 minutes. He played Quan Jeffries 3 minutes. He played Diaki Kiti, I don't even know his name. Played him 3 minutes. And so, he was playing all these guys, but he played a lot. The 7 guys, Deuce still played 43 minutes last night. Brunson played 30. Hartenstein played 24. Hart still played 40 minutes. Divincenzo still played 41 minutes. Dropped 40 points last night. And so this, I'm telling you, Divincenzo is a clutch dude. He got the clutch gene. So when we come to the playoffs, all of this is going to come into play. The defense of Deuce, the shooting of Deuce, the defense of Divincenzo, the clutch shooting of Divincenzo, and then you got Brunson. Playoff Brunson is rough. And I'm telling y'all, watch out for Julius Randle in these playoffs. He's going to come on like, this ain't Julius Randle from the Atlanta series 3 years ago. No. He's going to come on like gangbusters, okay? We doing good. We just got to stay healthy and get healthy with our guys coming in. Like I said, I'm expecting to see Mitch Rob soon. And when Mitch Rob comes, I'm 90% sure Bogdanovich is out of the rotation. And like I said, I'm glad he's here for the ride. Bogdanovich has been on a lot of good teams, never won anything because he can't play no defense. But hey, he along for the ride. Let him get his jollies off, waving that towel. That's cool. And I think he's going to play Burks, because Burks has been playing better defense than Bogdanovich by a mile, like I said. So this is good to go. So this coming week, I'm expecting to see the same lineup, the same 7 guys. It depends on how Burks feels. If Burks is ready Wednesday, it'll be 8 guys. If he's ready against San Antonio, it'll be 8 guys. But you're going to see the same 7 guys go forward until we get Mitchell Robinson back. Then once Mitchell Robinson come back, you're going to see Mitch Rob, Precious, and Burks. You'll see them 3. You'll see the same starting 5. Then once OG and Jewel return, then you're going to bring Deuce and Hart back to Mobb Deep. And then it's on at that point. Okay? So We're going good, New York Nation. We're good. There's nothing to complain about. Ain't nobody talking about this needs to work on this or this needs to work on that. All you sideline amateur coaches, we good. We don't need nobody. We just need to keep playing. Because the more they play, the more they win. Y'all enjoy your Tuesday. So